What's going on, guys? Just wanted to show how I have my current EDC bag packed out. I am a carpenter and contractor, so some of the decisions I made are specific to my needs and my daily work. This is a Maxpedition Jumbo, so kind of a classic bag. I've only had it for a couple weeks, but I really can't see using anything else for a while. Every time I get FOMO, I kind of come back to the fact that this is basically perfect. So one of the things that's sort of essential about this is the fact that it so easily stands up. This is basically a mobile command center for me in my daily work. It's the second set basically after my pockets. So I have pretty limited tools in my pockets, like a knife. I also carry the 5-inch Knipex, mini screwdriver, and a nail set in a pouch, a small Leatherman pouch. But once I get past that, everything else in regards to what I need on the job site for non-tool purposes is in here. I do carry a number of different tool bags that have my job site tools, but this is more of the day-to-day need stuff that's not really tool specific. So other than the tools I just showed you, I have very limited tools in this bag. A few backups and a few things that if I don't have my work pants on that have my other tools, I have kind of like a second option in here. So I'm going to start going through what I got here, and I'm also going to show you a few hacks that I've come up with that seem to really take this bag and make it even more useful. A few things that people kind of complained about, I feel like I've kind of solved in this bag. So really simple water bottle pocket. This is a 40-ounce insulated bottle, fits easily. The Nalgene's fit even better. Inside I have a small rag. It's just like a 12-inch towel, light load towel, small packable absorbed liquid. And then let's move to the side. This pocket basically just holds my phone. So behaviorally, I always know where my phone is if I don't want it on my person. Also in the little slot pocket, I have a small tab. And that's a cheap cigar cutter. Back, and then I have a solid pair of shears. One thing I've done in here is I put a small piece of milk carton folded, so that acts as a bit of like a tool sheath. Replace most of the zipper pulls with just a smaller, more low profile style. I have some extra ones in the front pouch. On the exterior of the bag, continuing, I have my Leatherman. This one has a clip. It's a Leatherman Signal. So Leatherman blade, saw, hammer. It's actually pretty good. Solid set of backup pliers. Not as nice as the Knipex for me, but sometimes it's great to have 2 pliers. And that has a small fire starter and a couple other useful tools. I think it's probably the sweet spot of Leatherman for me. Continuing to the side of the bag, I have a roly-poly, mini roly-poly setup. Opens up, drops out, and can fit a full-size Nalgene or water bottle. Sometimes I have extra bottles, sometimes I have extra crap. I'm not sure if this is going to stay on there forever, but for now it's really out of the way. This is one of the hacks. The way I set it up is I just have it fully threaded into the buckle. It actually fits perfect. This is just a waist belt kind of rolled up. I do use it occasionally, but day to day I don't. So it's just kind of threaded around just to keep it out of the way. Nothing fancy, but this stays in place. And the nice thing is if I am hiking, once this is the right size, let me show you. So let's say I'm hiking. This can actually slide to the front of the waist. So with a water bottle, believe it or not, it rides extremely comfortably without hitting your legs or anything. So you can easily carry 2 water bottles if you ever needed to walk a longer distance and needed some water. It's not a huge point of this bag. This is not like a bug out bag. This is not for, but you know, if I ever needed to leave my car and all I had was this, yeah, there's no doubt I'm taking it. So not a whole lot more in the back. I do have, I'm not sure this is going to stay. I'll probably take this off. It seems useless and flops around for me. Small bit of cordage, which I stole from the bag, and then just a Sharpie. So also on the outside of the bag, one of the small hacks I have, this is actually the piece that came from the little hold down. To me, that's an absurd addition. It's useless to me. So now this sits on the front, covers the brand, which I kind of like, holds the beaner, and the carabiner is attached simply with a piece of cordage The paracord, the knots are tucked inside so it stays in place and looped onto the beaner. So a couple things I use this for. So I can hang this up like a caddy at work, get into stuff more easily. Also, it has some other purposes. You can clip it onto the back and now you have like a really easy grab handle. You can actually do it while it's closed as well. It acts as a bit of a theft deterrent and works just fine with the bag. And then you also have a carabiner, obviously, and I just kind of keep it clipped in there, keep it out of the way, and super easy to use the rest of the bag. So those are a couple of the small hacks, that and the, you know, little clip on here. Okay, moving on to the inside of the pack. Actually got one more outside pocket, two more outside pockets. Top pouch, Phoenix headlamp, Shure headphones, Bluetooth, also act as my hearing protection. So these are things I use literally every day, every single 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 day. And then my phone obviously is getting used a ton as well. One more pocket accessible easily, lighter. I have a lighter in my pocket all the time, just a Zippo, a Bic, but it has some tape wrapped around it. This is some of the best tape no one's ever heard of. It's dolphin tape, it's a painter's tape, but it keeps it high vis, and it's kind of like a stretchy duct tape. It's thin, but quite strong, nice versatile tape. Yeah, and then also in the front pouch I have the, just like the Band-Aid kit with some small pieces of tape and some alcohol prep pads, just for normal cuts and scrapes, really flat, stays out of the way, stays in that front pouch, and the lighter actually just floats right there and doesn't get lost at all, believe it or not. It's really easy to get to. So, lighter, headlamp, hearing protection / Bluetooth. So now we can finally open the pouch. Front pocket, small fast tap tape measure, always good to have a backup, triple and quadruple backups. Small piece of sandpaper, great for prepping stuff for writing on it or adhesion for tape. I have a ton in the front pouch. Maxpedition doesn't give you a whole lot of organization, but it's a good sized pouch. So I just have a little tiny things pouch. I don't even know where this came from. Literally got it for free with like a laser measure. But toothbrush, bit set, which I don't have any bits in yet, Gorilla Glue, tiny tweezers, nail clipper, eyeglass thing, Q-tips, pencil leads for my mechanical pencils, SPF chapstick, hair tie / elastic, and then just some, what are they called, clothespins, safety pins. I got a couple charging cables and a block, so a USB-C and an iPhone. Inside I have some cordage, just some small cordage and some zip ties. You don't need to see what that looks like. Another Sharpie, a spoon, a small pen, and then this is for touching up knives and tools. Super important for me, chisels, other blades, planes. And then I've sort of modded out a 20 milliamp hour battery pack. So this is a Anchor one, I think, I can't remember, but I put some insulation tape and then some cotton tape, so it's got padding. It's going to get pushed around, and then it also has some more dolphin tape. So that's my little accessory pouch, really actually surprisingly well organized. Oh, there's also some Gorilla tape in there. You need more hardcore tape than the dolphin tape. All this feeds back in there. It basically just floats around, to be honest. It's really the only thing that's hard to get to. Yep. So I actually don't have much organization going on the inside. Let's see. So one of the reasons I actually wanted to start carrying this pack in the first place was for trauma kit. I wanted something that was behavioral, that I would basically always have a trauma kit with me. I work alone a lot. I work with table saws, miter saws, chisels, etc. Getting cut is always a pretty serious possibility, and being alone makes it even more serious. So it's just a freezer bag, Israeli bandage, 2 packages of quick clot, tourniquet. There's probably 1 or 2 more things in there. There's like some zip closures. It's pretty limited, but all the important stuff for stopping bleeding, which is my main concern. 750 milliliter cup with a cap. So great for, client offers me a coffee, I got my own cup, but also obviously useful for just moving water around, and it acts as a storage thing for this, which is nice. But great for, like I said, mostly for coffee, but obviously if I forget my water bottle or something, I can at least use it to get water this way. a small pad, toilet paper, and some little manuals, a couple of RX bars, so it's like 400 calories right there. And then on top of that, I've got 1 serving of protein powder in a little canister, so that's about 600 calories almost. Great for some backup food if I happen to forget a meal one day or I end up on site longer than expected. That may or may not stay in here for good, but there it is. I have a pill kit, so just again, $5 Amazon purchase, but Tums, and these are actually vitamins just from hoping I take them more frequently. It's just zinc and whatever. But then kids Advil, Benadryl, allergies, decongestant, Advil, and an anti-diarrheal. So good stuff to have. Probably more than I need, but we'll see if that gets kicked out at some point. And then just some decent quality Milwaukee gloves. What else do I got in here? Oh yeah, and then the lid to my titanium pot. So most of the stuff in there is also super quick to get to, but stuff I don't need to get to every day. Like I don't need this every day. This is like a once in a while thing. Toilet paper is really an emergency, and the food is theoretically emergency too. So, but all easy to get to if needed, just not as easy as the outside pockets. The last pocket is the CCW pocket. I don't CCW, so that back pocket acts like somewhat of an admin pocket. I have access to my daily schedule, which is essential, and then also I have a thin, like an 1/8 inch Evolite foam pad. Put it on top of a bucket. Now you can see the imprint of the bucket here. But to put it on top of a bucket, now you got a decent seat. If you find yourself trapped on a hardwood bench, now you got some seating comfort. If you have to be kneeling for a while and you forgot your kneeling pad, you can kneel on that. If it's wet out and you're processing a game or something, or if you're wet out and you're working on your car, you can kneel on this with both knees. It's big enough to get both knees on. Fold it up. You can get a single knee and have a ton of comfort. Yeah, so in calendar just rides right inside there. Easy to access all the time. Slips in there. Super easy to get to. So that's the pack. Those are the small hacks. Hopefully that was helpful. And I will say at the end of the day, largely what I think drives the way I organize and set up this pack, and also chose this pack. I don't personally love how tactical this thing looks. But what it does so well that basically no other pack is going to do, even like something like a nicer looking sling bag or messenger bag, it's never going to have the ability to stand up like this and have so much quick, easy access to pockets that are not deep. Additionally, I love the fact that the whole thing doesn't like flop open. If you did like a backpack or something, you're talking the whole thing flopped open, and now it's sitting on the floor. There's sawdust getting into it. It just gets big and awkward and doesn't fit in small spaces. This thing rides like between my feet and the passenger seat if I'm in someone else's truck. It's super easy to move around. It can easily sit on my lap. I love the fact that I can actually use it as a worksite bag. So I am 6'4" almost and about 230 pounds, to give you a sense of the size. But I can actually work out of this bag too and fold it open. And actually use it as a bit of a work bag if I needed to, if I'm like standing up. I wouldn't use it like that normally, but it's definitely an option, you know, in a pinch. Swings to the side, swings to the back, pulls easily, pops right back around. Super easy to maneuver. Oh, I also removed that extra strap. It felt like it was pretty unnecessary. So just extra bulk for no reason for me. But just the fact that it so easily sits up with no effort, it just always is where you want it to be. And then, like I said, it really does act like a mobile command center. I can charge directly out of the top of my charger, whether it's my phone or my headlamp or my earbuds, things I use every day, or other tools. Like I said, if I misplace my tape, I always have it. If I need a little adhesive, I always have it. Yeah, so this is all the kind of stuff that I wasn't able to really have in a consistent place in my other kits. Now I have everything I need on a day-to-day basis. The fact my water rides around with me is great. So this bag sits next to my main kit bag, and then I'm wearing my, my work vest and my work bags depending on what kind of job I'm doing. So this has already become a really nice integral part of my day-to-day workflow. I wasn't sure exactly how this was going to work out when I purchased it, but now that I've got it, I can absolutely see the value in it. And yeah. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. Have a good one.